Hello students, good afternoon and welcome back to our class today. Today our lesson is going to be on ordering and a pattern, okay? So we're going to study how we can order our numbers either from the smallest to the biggest or from the largest to the smallest, okay? So the key things that we need to understand is that ordering means that we are putting them in an arrangement, okay? The arrangement, we can start from the very big one up to the smallest one, or we can start from the smallest one and then we finish with the largest one, okay? We'll be using numbers to explain so that it becomes very easy for everyone to understand the lesson today. First, we can write numbers in a counting order. That means the first order that we know in our numbers are counting, okay? So what is counting? Counting is when you start with your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it continues up to the last number that you are counting. So whenever you are doing counting, you start from the smallest and then it continues up to the bigger number that you are dealing with. And there is no break, okay? That means you don't skip any number. That means 1, you go to 2, you go to 3, you go to 4, 5, and it continues like that, okay? That means you are doing counting, our usual normal counting of numbers. Besides our normal counting, we can also do our ordering by starting with the smallest, okay? We start with the smallest. So if a number is smaller, it will come before a larger number. That means when you are putting your numbers in order and you are starting from the smaller one or the smallest one, it means that you will write the smaller ones before you write the larger ones, okay? So example, 19 is the smaller one and 20 is the larger one. So 19 will come first before 20. That means you are putting your numbers in the order of smallest to the largest, okay? It means you have to start with the smaller number, 19, and then you go to 20. Okay, let's see the next one. The next one, if you are putting your numbers in order and you are starting from the largest one, it means that you write your number, the larger one, it will come after a smaller one, okay? So that means if your number is larger, it means it has to come before the smaller one, okay? After the smaller one. So this is the smaller one and then this is the larger one. However, if you are starting your ordering by the larger one, it means that you have to write the large one before and then it continues to the other one. I'm going to demonstrate that for you to understand that very well, okay? So now we see if a number is in the middle. When we say a number is in the middle, it means that that number is between two other numbers, okay? When we say anything is in the middle, it means that one stands here and the other also stand here, and the one that you are talking about is in the middle. That means it stands between them. So example, we say 25, 26, 27. So 26 here is in the middle, okay? 26 is in the middle. You can also look through your number line to help you to understand which number is the smallest, which one is the largest, and which one is in the middle, okay? So we can say that 10 is the smallest because it comes before the larger ones, okay? And then 12 here is bigger than 10 and 11 because it comes after 11, 10 and 11, okay? You can also say that 13 is in the middle. 13 is in the middle of 12 and 14. That means 13 is between 12 and that of 14, Okay, so I believe you've now understood how you can do your smaller and your larger, and also do that of a middle number. We will do an exercise on it from our learner's book, page 43. Okay, so this is page 43. You have sizes of shoe here. You are supposed to answer these three questions. So which is the smallest shoe size? So you look at your shoe sizes here, and then you write which shoe size is the smallest. You write it here. And then the next one says which is the biggest shoe size. So you look at your shoe size, just one of it, that is the biggest. You write your answer also over here. You come here, and then the last one, you have to write the shoe sizes in order. Okay, so writing the shoe sizes in order, it means you have to start with the smallest, and the next one that comes after it, up to the last one that you find here. So you start with the smallest, you end with the largest. Okay, I'll see you when you finish this in our second video. Hello students, welcome to our second video. Our lesson is how we can do ordering and how we can also create a pattern. Okay, so in our first video we have studied about counting numbers, and we know that counting numbers are when you do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the last number that you are dealing with. Okay, and then when we say a number is smaller, when we say a number is smaller, it means that that number comes before a larger number. Okay, so 19 is smaller than that of 20. So 19 will come before that of 20. When we say a number is larger or large, it means that that number comes after a smaller number. Okay, so if a number is large, it means that it comes after. Okay, so after the smaller one. So 15 is the smaller one, and then 16 is the larger one. When we also say a number is in the middle, it means that it is in the middle of two other numbers. It means it's in between, it is between the two other numbers. Okay, so if we say 26 is in the middle, it means 26 is in the middle of 25 and that of 27. So when you look at your number line, some numbers are in between. So in between means they are in the middle, and we have the smallest one starting from the left hand side, and then it continues up to the larger ones at the right hand side. So now if you have numbers that are mixed up and you have to put them in order, starting with either the smallest or starting with either the largest, how do you then do it? Because now you know what a smaller number is and you know what a larger number also is. Okay, so example, if you have these numbers, okay, we have 16, 15, 20 and that of 40. We are supposed to order them smallest to largest. So once you see smallest to largest, it means that you have to arrange this and you start with the smallest and then you get to the largest. Okay, so first we look at our numbers here. So 15 is smaller than 16, so we write 15 first. So then it follows with 16, we go to 20, and then we go to 40. Okay, so this is the correct arrangement that we can do if we are doing smaller to largest. That means we start with 15, 16, 20 and that of 40, and then your ordering is complete. Okay, so again, if your question is change, let's say your question is change. Okay, it says now from largest, okay, to smallest. So now the question has changed and we have to do, so now we have to do from the same numbers, we have to do from larger up to smallest this time, okay? That means we have to start with 40. The next one will be 20. And then we'll come to 16. And then we end with 15, okay? So the same numbers, we can arrange them from smallest to largest like this, or we can do from largest to smallest also like this one, okay? Okay, so we will have our second activity for today's lesson. It's going to be at the Skills Builder section of your textbook. We will do from pages 30 and that of 31, okay? So page 30 we have here, we actually have to write numbers about tens and ones, how we can arrange that one. And then when you go to 31, it's also about the smallest and the biggest numbers, okay? So the first question here, we have two items here. You are supposed to color the frog picture with the smallest number. So between these two numbers, you choose which one is the smallest and then you color. You choose your own color to color it. You do A up to C. Then we go to question 2. It says color the flower with the largest number. So you look through A to C. A is having 2 numbers and B is having 2, C is having 2. So the number that is the larger one, you color it. You don't color the smaller one down here. You only color the smaller one up here and then the larger one here. You just color one out of the 2 drawings or images that you have, okay? Okay, so wish you good luck in your exercise, and afterwards we'll meet in our third video. Welcome back, kids, in our last video. So what has been our lesson today? Okay, our lesson has been on ordering and pattern, okay? So in ordering and pattern, what you need to do is that first of all, our usual numbers are arranged in a counting order style. That means we count them from the smallest one up to the biggest or the largest one, okay? An example is what we have shown here, starting from 1 up to 5, and it continues if you want to continue them, okay? So that has been our natural way of putting numbers in order. That means we put them in a counting order. Besides, you have to know what a smaller number is and what a larger number also is. So a smaller number is that number that comes before the larger number, okay? So when you put your numbers in order in the natural way, it means that the first one is the smaller one and it comes before the larger one, okay? That also goes to explain that your larger number is that number that comes after the smaller number, okay? So 16 is a larger number. It comes after 15 and it makes 16 a larger number. When a number is in the middle of 2 other numbers, it is between, okay? So standing in the middle means you are between 2 things, and a number in the middle is between 2 other numbers. Example, we have 25 and 27, and we have 26 in their middle, okay? If you look through your number lines, there are a couple of numbers that you can find in the middle, and some are smaller and others are also larger, okay? Also, your task or your activity could be that you have to arrange numbers. Arrange means you are putting them in order, okay? So your activity can be that you have to put your numbers in order, beginning, that means starting from the smallest to the largest. And we did an example here that you don't have to forget about them. The numbers could be other different numbers, but you still have to start with the smallest if you are asked to start with the smallest. If you are also asked to start with the largest, it means that you begin or you start with the large number and then it goes down, down, down up to the smaller number that you have in your list. It's been nice studying with you today, and we will complete our lesson today by having our homework from the challenge book section of your textbook. Please open to pages 30 and that of 31. You have your questions there, and I want you to complete them successfully and send to me before our next class next week. Okay, thank you for joining class today, and I wish you all the best and stay safe all the time. Until we meet, goodbye.